Cheap one? I bought it. I'm streaming right now. Modeling, yeah. Ladies and germs, if you're here, let me know. If you're not, that's okay too. It's in the fridge. All right, so. Let me know if the volume is good or bad or whatever in the chat. I've got Discord open. I've got Streamlabs open, but we're going to get to work. So today, this is the ship that we're working on. Let me see if I stretch the screen if this looks worse. You guys should still be able to hear the audio even though I turned it down on my end. The stretch the screen work okay. Well, it doesn't look perfect, but this is what we're going to do. Okay, so Class 4 transport. So the way that I see it, the Class 4 transport has two different components. The cargo portion and the ship portion. So we're going to start with the ship and go from there. I've been thinking about this today, so this is what we're going to do. Going to go in here, going to exit sketching, and we're going to take this guy and we are going to put it in negative. I think negative 15 will do. And we're going to extrude this 85 millimeters. Nope. That is, let's see here. .30 degrees. 85 millimeters. Okay. So, I think this is that wide enough? Which volume? Audio volume or my volume? Alex. So I could turn up my volume. How about that? Is that louder? Loud, loud, loud. Loud, loud, loud. Okay. So this, I think, will work. Well, let me move the microphone a little closer. Maybe moving it closer will do better. Okay, so I think this is what we want to do. Okay, so we're going to make it hard on ourselves. Actually, no, we're not. We're not actually going to do that. We are going to grab this. Is that the right shape? I think so. All right, let's start with a fillet. Okay. 10mm fillet on the front. Okay, so now we're going to go to sketch. We go offset edge. Actually, first we're going to copy this for later. So we're going to click on this, go down here, trace this shape. Okay, then we're going to select that sketch and move it up 2mm, or copy it 2mm. Okay, so 5mm. We can go from there. For now, though, we're going to hide that sketch. And then we're going to go to this face. And we're going to hit offset edge. We're going to take it in 1mm, 2mm, 3mm, 4mm. And we're going to extrude up 5mm. Okay, now we're going to go show that sketch. Go up another 5mm. Okay, so there is the basis of the beginning. Let's look at our reference stuff. Yeah. Okay, so now what I want is a flat edge. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna sketch, we're gonna flat edge it. I think right here. This is risky. This is risky. We're gonna see what we do here. What I'm doing now is getting ready to extrude this away. Gonna make a shape. Okay. And bam. There we go. Flat edge. Looking at that, that doesn't look perfect, but we can always extrude up from the bottom after we hide this image. I think if we see here, if we fillet it, will that do it? No, that's not what we want. Okay, we'll come back to this in a second. Alrighty. Actually, I think we are gonna need to make it flat down here. Based on these pictures, yeah, we're gonna want it flat. So we'll do the same thing. Go down here, sketch, draw a line up. 5 millimeters and across. Like that. Like that. Just making a shape real quick. Trim that. Exit sketch. And whoop. Now we're flat. Alrighty, so that gives us the basis of this. If you look at the Class 4 transport, it looks an awful lot like a quasar on the top. It's not, but it looks like it. So we're gonna hide that sketch. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, I think what we're gonna do is gonna select this edge. We're gonna offset it by 5 millimeters. I'm gonna sync that 4 millimeters. So that gives us the back. Okay. Now what I'm thinking is that we can print this as a 2-part kit. The cargo train that goes on the back, which we will unhide that image. And the ship itself. So we're going to want some kind of plug in the center of the rear to connect, probably 4 plugs to connect the cargo together. So this is supposed to be basically the size of a Nebulon B, but let's just get in here and okay. First things first, let's get the trench done. The trench will be easy. So we're going to split this in half, so we only have to do half of it because that is the way to do it. So split that in half, take it up all the way down. So we're going to extrude this away. Whoop. Nope, not that. There we go. Real quick here, we're going to join these two. Oh, no, they are joined already. Interesting. All right, so get rid of that sketch. So we have a front to do, but we're going to do the front after it's joined again. So we're going to do the sides here real quick. So starting with the trench, we're going to make little greebles. And these greebles are going to stick out. But before we do that, we're going to want to chamfer these edges, I think. Doot, doot, and doot. I think we're going to round them out, actually. What do you think? So, chamfer or round? I think round looks better in this case. But we can go back and undo that later. Okay, sketch. All right, let's think about greeblies. What kind of greebles would you see on this ship? Keep in mind, this portion of the ship is only going to be about 90 millimeters, so it's not very big. So we're going to start by grabbing our rectangle tool and drawing some squares. Draw a circle and a circle. Okay, if those are touching the bottom, it's going to be a problem later, so let's not do that. Let's go 1.7, 1.7, do a rectangle, And then we're going to do 2 hexagons right here. Select polygon, select hexagon, like that. And let's go 1 millimeter and well, okay. So we have this guy right here, and we're gonna draw 3 more rectangles going like this. The size doesn't really matter. And now we're going to grab the whole sketch. We're going to go to pattern, linear, and this might work, but it's on a curve, so it might not. We're going to see here in a second. Oh, and it's going to work. Okay. So we're going to say we want 7 of these. Now, this goes to the edge. I'm going to exit sketch. And now we've got greebles. They're predictable. Actually, so we could do it like this, where we select the back. And we can de-extrude it. Oh. Like that. And that's done. What do you guys think? I don't know. I am very new at this. I think February 15th was when I bought my license for Shaper 3D. So, yeah, this is all I know. I'm actually going to go and share the link in here, there, watch me model live. Bring your popcorn. A, C, post that. Oop, post that in Starships and in 3D Dry Dock and Full Thrust. All right, back to the action. Alex, I mean, you have actually gone to school for this. I haven't, so I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. I'm looking at images for the side. Okay, so the side looks like it's got some cabling and then paneling and then paneling. Okay, we could do that. Okay, so taking the side. This does not look quite... Let's undo this real quick. And we're going to hide that image again because we need access to the bottom. And we're going to grab this, And we're going to go 80. What size does that give us? How long is this? Boop. 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 And looks like 13 millimeters. So we're going to go up 2 more millimeters. Actually, we're going to go up 3 more millimeters because the size of the keyhole mount for Star Wars Armada is about... Is it 15 or is it 17 millimeters? Hold on a second. We'll pull it up on our computer, which you guys won't see, but go to parts, go to Armada keyhole, and scale it correctly and hit 14.4. So 15 millimeters will do it. So we're going to go up, undo that. Where did we leave off? Okay. You go up 1, 2 millimeters. There we go. All right. That should do it. Now, coming back to the side. So, I have learned that paneling is pretty easy if you start with an offset face or an offset edge. So we're going to loop this. We're going to go in 1 millimeter. Okay. Now we're going to draw on this. We're going to have to hide this image because it's in our way. All right. So it looks like big triangular and rectangular guys. Close that. Get rid of that. You go like this. Actually, we're not going to do that because we want to leave some space up at the top for the piping. So that. Oh, too close. Like that. Get these lines closer together. Oh, undo that. Okay. Get these closer together. When I'm doing this part, what I'm thinking about is when someone's painting this after they've printed it, how easy is it to paint it and then have wash, like black wash or brown wash or something like that, ooze down into the panel lines. Like that. Like that. Like that. That's what I'm thinking about when I draw these shapes. I don't know if I've gotten the handle of that, but that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, that's not right. I want it right here. Go. Back up. And like that. Okay, now we're going to trim. Trim. It's nice and clean. Okay, so now when I go to get these panels, I just go boop, and there you go. Big panels. But we want to do a little bit more to this. I think 1 millimeter is probably too big, so we're going to go 0.4. There we go. Okay, so now we have to draw the piping that we see on here. This is, I think we're going to do this pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line. Actually, no, we're going to use the spline feature. So we're going to go whoop, Whoop. And then line, draw it here. Then we're going to select this, and we're going to go to move. We're going to copy. We're going to take it down. I'm going to now take the excuse me. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle on this point. Sketch. Circle. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Circle here. Have that be the endpoint. And that should let us okay. I don't quite know how to use this tool. The tool that we want is we want to add on this one. I think we want to add a plane. Add plane. There we go. Now go to this plane. And we're going to sketch on it. And we're going to draw a 0.4 millimeter circle. Oop. And now we're going to select this circle. And this should work. Is it going to work? We want to sweep that and that. There we go. I can't believe that worked. We should have kept track of where how far out we moved so we could just suck it back. But okay, so now we're gonna copy this. We're gonna go like that. Grab both of these, and we're gonna move them back to the surface and get this to line up right where we want it. Now getting this. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this dumb. I'm doing this dumb. Where'd the body go? Body 3. Align, face. Okay, what we want to do is deselect that, align. Oh, well that doesn't work. Okay. Let's pull it out. And what angle is this? Who knows? Come on, camera controls, work with me. So we're gonna move this until it touches. And then we're going to rotate it until they both touch. Come on, stop fucking about. That is not the right rotation. We want this rotation. Let's say 5 to start with. Nope, that's still the wrong one. I've gotten quiet. That's probably not great for watchability. But I want the whole thing to touch it, and I don't know. Okay, we're gonna take a risk. And this, and oh, I don't think it's gonna let us union. It says bodies don't intersect. It looks like it's intersecting. Okay. All right, those are joined. Does it think that this union with this? Nope, it doesn't think this is intersecting. So I'm going to go over a little bit more. And I think it still doesn't think these are intersecting. Nope. There we go. That was way too hard. Let's go to the edge here and sketch. And okay, so that's not gonna work. So what we're gonna do is delete that. I'm going to sketch a rectangle right here. Bring this edge in a little bit. Bring that edge down a little bit. We're going to select this, move, copy, like that. Extrude, millimeter. And then now, through the power of align, bam, there we go. And it looks like it's supposed to be rounded. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna chamfer, and we're gonna round this baby like that. Now we're going to go to this edge, do the same thing, sketch, and actually do a round thing this time, or circular thing, like that. And like that. And we're going to trim, 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 trim. Trim. Select that. Oh, it did not like that. So we're going to go back, 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 back. I don't understand. Okay, whatever. Move, copy. Go out here, give it an inch or a millimeter. And select the face. Align right there. No. Why didn't you align it where I told you to? Okay, over, up. This is dumb when working on these diagonal faces. I bet someone who does this for a living is watching this and be like, what the heck are you doing, boy? Oh. Union those two. Round that guy out. There we go. Okay, so there's that. So let's go up here, select these faces. Give that a chamfer. Okay. Let's keep working on this side panel and fill in these gaps. Now, because we've already sunk it, we're going to have to raise these to the height that we want. That's okay, though. And right here, rectangle right there. Okay, I'm going to grab these. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. What sketch is this? Sketch 14. If I hide this... Hey, there we go. Probably would have made our lives a little bit easier. What did we say? 0.4 on these? 0.3? Let's see here. Yeah, 0.4 looks correct. Okay, so the main body ones are done. The gap on the side is pretty egregious. Alrighty. Now on these, we want to break this up, I think. Looking real quick. And okay, we're gonna sketch on these. So in here, what I want is switch to the line tool. Trim, 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 trim. Okay. That guy. That guy. Now we're gonna... I think this will work. Hexagon. Like that. Nope. hexagon straight. There we go. And then smaller hexagon. Whoa! Whoa! Come on. Okay, now we're gonna go line and line. Line and line. And then we're gonna trim this. Okay. That was an exercise in frustration. Alex, if you're still there, how is your school going? I think this is not far off from what you do. Oh shoot, did it just crash? What did we lose? Okay. Go back to this. And sketch. Let's draw this line here and then break this constraint. Draw a line right there. No, that's too close. There we go. I am kind of flabbergasted at how easy this is. Keep in mind that I'm just very basic beasy on this. So I don't know if I'm missing some obvious shortcuts, or maybe I just chose a tool that is easy to manipulate on the iPad. You're starting at the end of the program. School changed a bunch of things. It's taken me 4 months to get to BYU to fix my degree. Haha. Yeah, that sounds like transferring schools. A lot of extra work, because people think that they are done, and then they get told, oh hey, no you're not. Okay, on this we're gonna draw another rectangle right here. We're gonna leave that one inset. Most of these things we're gonna extrude, but we're gonna leave that guy be. Now on this panel, I've learned a lot of, that a lot of the things that I wanted to draw as far as details go are just too small. So remember that what size you're gonna make this when it's done. Going back. Okay. Now let's do a little selection. Okay, first let's try does this look better? Where it's smaller? Or does this look better? Or where it's extruded out. Alex, what do you think? Should we inset the panels, or should we have the panels stand out? So just a tiny bit more work to have them stand out. Back. I think from a dry brushing, well, we're gonna have a little bit of mixing, but I think the basic should be one or the other. Go in here. 0.3. What do you think? What are we missing? We missing anything? I think this edge right here might need some detailing. This is gonna get messy real quick. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, you want a sense of depth for a couple different reasons. Like, this isn't a combat ship, so a lot of this stuff is just would be if you're thinking about protection at all, it's protection from pirates. Like, this is not intended to be anything big. So I think you want to exaggerate stuff a little bit. I recently painted O'Neill Creations transport. What shuttle is it? It's Krennic shuttle. What's the name of Krennic shuttle? It might be custom. The ST-149 shuttle. The one that you see in Rogue One that Krennic runs around in. And the details on that, it's little. Like, it's a tiny little, like, 40 millimeter guy. Where are we? I think we need a vent. I'm gonna put it right on this one. Sketch. Gonna show a little patterning here. So first we're gonna make this guy, then we're gonna make this guy, and inside of the second one we're gonna go that. And then we're gonna go pattern. I think we can fit 5 in here. Let's see. Maybe 6? Yeah. They recently did an update that makes these things, makes some things harder to see, and I think the goal was to make it easier to see, which is kind of a sad thing. So we're going to go in, and we're going to put that in there. And look, a vent. Okay. I kind of think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see if we like it. Oh, that. We're gonna chamfer. We're gonna see what this looks like. Gonna get real close. It's so small. I don't think anyone's going to notice it. Oh, it's got overlapping blends. So that's about as big as we can make it. Okay, let's hide some sketches. Plane, sketch, sketch, sketch. Alright, for now, we're going to call this side good. It's got a tiny bit of extra depth. Alright, let's do the top. Now, keeping in mind that we want this to look uniform, I'm looking for pictures of the top of this guy. And other than a interesting crossbar in the center, I think we're gonna mostly do stuff. Okay, so since we're gonna cover the center, we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna go in real quick. We're gonna select this, gonna offset edge to 2, and first we're going to sketch out the crossbar stuff, because if we don't catch that, that is going to cause us some problems here. So I think if we trim that and that, that'll save us some headache later, and then we're going to work. Go in here. Go like this. One of the big reasons why I really like this program on my iPad is if I have some spare time and I'm sitting on the couch, I can grab my iPad and be watching TV in the background and be sculpting on the couch. And that was a huge draw for me. Maybe that says something a little bit my couch potato-ness, but it's a draw, man. It's a draw. What can I say? Right there. Okay. Give me a funny looking shape. Get in here. Small array of circles. There we go. Vincent, you think you're too old to learn a new program? Well, you're probably a little bit older than me, but not by much. I mean, I'm 40, and if my gray matter hasn't hardened enough to prevent me from learning this, I don't think yours has either. I talked to my wife quite a bit about, you know, what it takes to learn new things. Okay. And I don't think, like, if you have the patience to learn, I don't think you ever stop learning. That's what I'm going to say. And I think it's just a matter of what you choose to learn, and what you choose to do with your time. I think it's harder. I mean, physically, we know that it's harder. Okay, we're going to do a little thing where we add a 15-degree tilt as we put this up. Boop. We're going to give it a 3mm up. Okay, and then this one, we're going to draw up. Actually, no, I think we're going to end up drawing this down. We might have to come back to that. Like, I don't know if I could pick up my day job at 55. Because fix and dents is... It's something you need to use your eyes for. You need to have good eyes. I think one rule that we want to observe is that no triangles. No triangles. And I know that we haven't done this great, and this thing is very triangular, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, go in here, sketch this boy. Gonna add a rectangle right there. And we're gonna sink this rectangle. Okay. You have 2 day jobs, one is security and one is an officer of the courts, so time is my main issue. If your security is night security... Oh, why is that? You might be able to get away with this stuff, but that of course depends on your job. I'm not at your job. I have no idea what a security job does, but I know that Alex does, because Alex has been a security man in the past, so he might be able to speak to that for you. Okay, let's continue making some stuff. You drive and escort a truck around town. Well, no, you're probably not going to have a lot of time to to learn this stuff. But don't let your dreams be dreams, man. I don't know if I can turn my mic volume up. Let me see. I'm at 100%. Your dreams are reality. I don't know how to speak on that. Okay, we're gonna bring these guys up and we're gonna make tanks out of them. Like so we're gonna bring them up in millimeter 1.1, then we're gonna select chamfer and we're gonna round them all the way out. Give them domes. Little domey boys. You have a Japanese wife, 22 years. Okay, okay. Let's see. If we bring those in. See, what I like about this is that I can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go 25 degrees. All right, we got a couple more panels to do before we start looking closely at the bridge on top. The bridge, which I think one of these pictures has a really good, Yeah, one of the pictures, if you Google Class 4 cargo transport, one of the pictures is an excellent view of the bridge. That looks like it'll be pretty easy to draw. Which is good. It's real good. Okay, let's finish these 5 panels. Trim that. We'll come back to that one and add more detail. Oh, we connected that to a constraint that we don't want to do, so we're going to hit back. So Zach Chandler on the Star Wars Armada Facebook page posted this, and posted a picture of Class 4 transport talking about it, and the sculptor behind Nomad Printworks, oops, dang it, had commented in there. I think his name is Adrian Howe, and I pinged Adrian. I was like, "Hey man, I bet that would be pretty easy to draw." And this morning, on Friday, he came out and published a version of it that was tiny. Like it was built to be a flotilla, so it was probably 50 or 60 millimeters on a peg. This is not my full-time job. This is a side hobby, hustle, whatever you want to call it. We're going to pull this out to... Oh, no, that's going to break things. Never mind. We're going to just draw a different shape. Okay, so the bridge. So I think what we're going to do is... Yeah, hobby. So I run a small Etsy store called Pulse-Fired Gaming, which is the same name as the channel. And I have a website called printedstarships.com. And as of February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, I have started picking up 3D modeling. Because from a business standpoint, there's a segment of customers that, as a 3D printer, I would never touch. Which are people who already own printers. So I figured what I would do is... learn how to 3D model. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be 2 rectangles. It's going to be this one out to about here. We're going to copy this so we can play with it a little bit. Copy, move it out. We're going to let's see here. It's pretty big, and it goes into the bottom, so we're going to make it like that. And we're going to extrude it with an angle of probably, let's see what that looks like. That will probably work. And go in here, we're going to move this face over until it's flat. Okay, that looks like it'll work. We're going to extrude it back. Okay. So I think if we chamfer this, can we still sketch on a chamfer? Let's put a 1.5 millimeter chamfer on this. And we can still sketch on it. 450%. Does it work now at 450%? I think if I was wearing my Rode mic, you'd be able to hear me, but I've just got this Razer sitting on the desk next to me. Okay, so we want triangles and then trapezoids. Okay, so we're going to do two different patterns. We're going to start here. And we are going to go to polygon, triangle, and go like this. And we're gonna move, rotate, copy, move, rotate, copy. Put this over here. Okay. And then we're going to draw a trapezoid. And clean up our mess. Whoop. Okay, and then I think we want to inset this. Let's see. Okay. You used to be a DJ for a Japanese nightclub, so I just hooked up the laptop for soundboard. Okay. I guess that'll work. Actually, I think we want it smaller. Because we're going to do this here in a second. Oh, that's not what we want. Sketch. And we're going to go like this. Rather like this. And we're gonna, whoop, that's not what we wanted. Like that. And we want to move this edge, I believe 7 millimeters. Let's see. Gotta make it flat. Okay. That might not be flat. Let's see if this is just gonna... Oh, no, that works exactly the way we want it to. Excellent. Now on this part, like this, like this, then triangle, cancel, okay. Copy, move over here, then sketch, those. Whoop. Huh. Nope. I'll just do it by hand. All right, so we're gonna extrude this a little bit. And then sink this a little bit. All right. That's okay, right? And then just do some panels here. Sketch. Nothing fancy. Okay. And then this one. Let's do actually we're gonna wait. So we're going to cheat a little bit on this. We are not going to connect this to the body, to this body yet, because I'm going to want to fiddle with it after we join it. Okay, and then on the bottom, it's going to be the keyhole, so it doesn't matter. All right, so you guys ready? You ready? You ready? Okay. There we go. How does that look? So we're going to want to move this over. And move. Oh. Cancel. Cancel. Grab that. Move over. And there we go. And we're going to grab this guy. And we're going to hit mirror right there. Bam. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's not quite straight. Mirror here. That's just straight goofy. Straight goofy. Go out here. I'm gonna go to the one place where we know it's flat. Right there. That's what I'm talking about, cheating. And we want to go up. And we want to go out. Whoop. Oops. Alright, this might be a mistake, but it's happening. Gonna union these guys. And then we're gonna extrude out. Chamfer down. That's not what we want. Oh, that guy. Oop. Oh, the music has stopped. I have no idea how long the music has been stopped. I apologize for that. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Back, 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 back. Delete that. Oh no, we want to delete this one. We want to move that edge. And we want to move this edge. Okay. That should make that a little easier. And mirror, fix, do the thing. 180 degrees. Scooch, scooch, scooch. And right there. Okay. Grab this, union. Okay. Can we draw on this? Okay, good. So, we're going to draw a box. This big. We're going to draw a triangle here. Down to here. Oh. Down to here. Okay. Then we're going to draw a triangle here. Okay, now we're going to trim. Okay, and this should work. Drive it in. Yeah, baby. Draw another one in a box right here. This one's rectangular. Okay. Then we're going to inset. There we go. This guy. Put him up. And out. This doesn't work. Doesn't quite work the way we want it to, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit back, gonna grab it, go on the other side of it, draw it. Okay. Hold on. Head body 1. Okay. Sketch. This will let us extrude it straight out the back. Okay. Oop. Come back, unhide body 3. Okay. It's kind of a brute force, ugly way to do it, but it's what we're doing. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's hide this sketch. I don't quite like this. What I'm gonna do is turn scale on, put it on non-uniform, go like that. Oh. And then here, let's hide this edge. Oh, well, apparently we're not doing that. Okay. It's actually not great. I don't know if I like that. Scale a little bit. I like that better. Okay, we're doing it. We're joining. Oh, I don't think it's going to let us... What's wrong? We have a face somewhere. Where's the face that we've selected? Hold on. Mirror, right. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, hold on. Delete that. Union. Did we miss anything? No, okay. Mirror. Okay, now there's that. Union. It actually worked. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now the front of this thing. Now we really have to address the front of this thing. It's pretty simple. It's on the bottom. It has, according to who drew this. Let's give them on ArtStation. There's one that was done by Montana Reese. It has a big old inset section right here. Okay. I'm gonna put it in 1 millimeter. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna see if this works. Okay, so it's gonna give us this face. We're selected down here. I don't think this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Right there, and right there. Okay. So if we did this right, these should extrude. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to extrude them right here. We're going to draw on these faces. Slightly bigger. Okay. Okay, we want them to let us extrude this. It's not letting us extrude it though. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to go back and sketch on them again and go to 0.7 again. Okay. Come on. Work with us, View. Catch. I know, this is weird. It looks weird. I know. But it's the constraints we're dealing with. So now I should be able to select, and take them all the way to the top. Alrighty. So now we're gonna draw a rectangle. Oh, excuse me, not a rectangle, a hexagon. Actually, we're gonna make it an octagon. We're gonna draw nice and big. If we could make one straight, that would be great. Okay, there's that. Then draw another smaller one inside. We're gonna bring this one out. I'm gonna bring this one in. Okay, that's some kind of port. All right, and then the rest of it, I think we can just sketch as normal. So we're gonna select the face. We're gonna go offset edge. Except we don't want... Yep, just that edge. There we go. Go like that. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna draw. Okay. Select hexagon. Nice big hexagon. Nope. Try again. Is that not the center line? There we go. Rectangle. 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 Our life is a series of rectangles. Oh, just like that. No, why is that constrained? Stop that. I can break that constraint, right? Disconnect. Hey! That is something that I have not done before. Oh, that broke all of its constraints. Uh-oh. Sketch. Connect those. There we go. You need a resin printer, a small one. You still like your Ender 3. I was thinking, when my friend Brett visited, I gave him an Ender 3 and a Ming the Magician, I think. And they technically worked, but in this day and age, I don't think the Ender 3 is a good printer anymore. It's not. It's definitely not a printer that I would recommend to my friends. We're talking OG Ender 3, by the way, so don't feel bad if your about your brand new Ender 3 purchase if you're listening to this in the future. I just don't think Creality has I think they've done a lot of copying, and what is that? 2.25? 2.25 up. I don't think they have maintained a good... Oh, hold on. Handle on making new printers. Which, I mean, they've been aping for basically the entire time that they've made printers, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that from a thing. They make printers that do actually print, but it's not something that I would recommend to anybody anymore. Okay, let's inset this by 0.4, and then we're going to draw here. We're going to draw a rectangle right there, and we're going to bring him out. That's just my opinion. I have eaten the forbidden fruit of Bamboo Lab and our Bamboo Lab Evangelist. Because even their A1 Mini, now their A1 Mini is smaller than an Ender 3, but their A1 Mini is probably the best 3D printer on the market for people who don't want 3D printers. You know, their recent software decision... Okay, so the way that I look at it is this. They have excellent hardware designers. Just utterly fantastic hardware designers. I don't know if their software designers are any good, but on the drama that I saw from people, freaking out in the community. I think they have a problem with communication, and I think they have a problem with people blaming incorrect things on incorrect things. Which is to say, I think they made excuses for their bad software development, and those excuses didn't jive with what people who are programmers actually knew, and so they got caught saying stuff that was nonsensical. Their API calls being a problem, or people being able to like remotely take over your printer, these are not real issues. These are not real concerns. But if they're getting a million erroneous API calls, that costs them money, and they do have to do something about that. All right. So, what do you think? I think the front of this is pretty good. I think it's time to take on the engine. Now the engine, I'm looking at the back. It's inset pretty deep. Oh, it does have a flat spot, which we did not replicate. We'll do that real quick. Hold on. Wait one, please. Sketch. It has a flat side before the engine section. So we're gonna go here. Okay. We're gonna extrude this. I'm gonna say 5 to begin with, 5 millimeters. No, needs to be 10. Okay. Now, we'll detail that in a little bit. That actually works out. Yeah, that works out fine. Okay. But we'll worry about that later. We're going to go to the back because that's where we want to go. Offset edge. Select this edge. It doesn't like that edge. So, we're going to make our own offset edge. We're going to go right here. No. Right here. Really, Alex, to really answer your question, I wish Bamboo Labs was not afraid to say they don't know and not afraid to say they screwed up. I think that's an incredibly powerful thing that you can do. And if they had done that rather than double down on their weirdness, I think people would have been like, oh, well, fix your shit and we're okay. But no, they didn't do that. They chose instead to make excuses and to basically break people's Panda touches. And I didn't like that. Am I going to stop using Bamboo Labs printers? No, I'm not. I'm not even remotely considering that. Because their printers are really good. Regardless of their short-sighted software decisions, their printers are really, really good. And just because they make some bad decisions does not change the fact that their printers are the best thing that happened to FDM 3D printing since the Ender 3, which was the best thing to happen to 3D printing since the Prusa, whatever version of the Prusa that got copied. I think it's the i3 or something like that. But companies copy each other. It's just how things work. Okay, so here's the basic back. We've chamfered it a little bit. We are going to draw engines. That is not a center line. Uh-oh. We're going to draw engines here. And we're going to draw engines here. So, start with one. Do another one. 13.221. I'm going to grab this one. And we're going to hit move, copy, move, copy, and hopefully put it in the same spot. $87. Okay. Now these engines look pretty easy. Alex says, if anything, it's made me pause because I still need to get resin and and get the printer I got from you into production validating my tanks, trucks, and starts. Yes, FDM is way less messy, but if you, like Alex, have a spot where that doesn't matter, then resin is also very nice. I wouldn't. They're different tools for different applications. So people like resin, people like FDM, and those are both good. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. We're gonna pull it out. It doesn't. They do exceed the back a little bit, but I don't want them to exceed the back too much. So we're gonna take it to 5 millimeters. And then they're gonna get a 5-inch. We're gonna draw new circles on them. Sketch. Okay. And these ones are going to have a 5% or 5-degree inward angle. Let's see if 5 does it. Not quite. What does 10 look like? 10's nice, but I think we need to draw the distance down a little bit. And I like that. Now we're going to offset the faces, or excuse me, offset the edges by 2, by 2, by 2. Then we're going to select those guys, and we're going to make these go in 30 degrees. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. It's not going to be as detailed as the model that I'm looking at, but that's okay. This is our model. Issue I've seen with resin is hardly any good detail on the side facing the bed. That depends. Like on this ship, if you were to print this ship, what I would do is I would probably orient this ship so it was tilted. Let's see if we can do that. Like, like this. And then I would put some, I would make sure the stuff on the back of here, on the back of the engine section, is well supported, and that the details are kind of, all of the details are easy to support. Oh. Why did we lose? Were we not done with that? There you go. Because it's just a matter of finding the correct angle to support the most and get the least loss of detail. Sometimes those are hard decisions, sometimes they're not. It looks like if I draw... Dang it. I want this face, I want sketch. I want half. And I am gonna go... I'm actually gonna take this bigger. And we're gonna take this and inset it to... Whoa! Come on. Right there. Okay. On here, sketch. Looks like on either side of this thing, we should have these guys. Pattern 3. Copy. There. Gonna pull this down here. We're gonna go like this. And that. Actually, we're gonna back up because these things aren't touching this. And I think that'll cause us a problem when we go to 3D print these. So, take it down. What was it? 10.5? Oops, that's not what I want. We want to chamfer these edges like okay. Now here is where we should decide how we're gonna dock, how we're gonna connect the cargo pods, the big trainer cargo pods to the back of this. Making the cargo pods will be incredibly easy because we're gonna make 3 of them, or we're gonna make 2 of them. One that's an edge and one that's a center, and then we're gonna pattern those over and over and over again, back front and top to bottom until we have a big thing. So what do we want? I'll tell you what we really want. What we really want is we want this. Well, as centered as it's gonna be, I guess. Okay. Move. There we go. Okay. So this is what, 25 by 10? $25 by 11. Okay, 25 by 11. So on the cargo containers, we'll have a section that connects to the ship by having a 25 by 11 plug on it. We'll put that in 5mm. That should be plenty to glue it in. And then also, if we print this, what we'll do is we'll have a huge we'll hollow this out so that there's a huge way for material and for liquid when we go to clean it to drain out. Okay, now as far as other details goes, I guess we're just gonna make up some details. So I'm gonna go to this face, sketch. I want to draw a polygon. I want to draw a triangle and have it go there, and then have a slightly bigger one. That's not gonna work. We're gonna move, rotate, copy. We're gonna move it over 1mm. We're gonna go and, well, I want to scale it, but that's not gonna work. Now we can scale it, and we can go uniform. We can go like that. Now in theory, I should be able to move this 1mm. Oh, and there it goes. Okay. What's the distance between these two? Somewhere. My wife is performing tonight. She's gonna be singing. .6mm. I don't think that's gonna work. .5mm. Okay. That'll work though. Now we should be able to grab this and pull it out. Okay. And we're going to sketch, and we're going to add some nice random details. we are getting to the end of this guy. Now we've already sunk this quite a bit, so we're gonna raise these guys. We're gonna pull that out. 1 millimeter. Details on this are kind of big. All right, we just have the top to do, the two sides, and then we'll do the cargo container. My poor doggy has a obsession with the lizard that lives on our gutter, on our little downspout. Let's see if this will work or if those lines are too close. They are not. Want that to be 0.4. And on this edge. Okay, we're gonna see if we can cheat with this, okay guys? So we're gonna do rectangle, 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 rectangle. Okay. This is sketch 53. So if I select sketch 53, I should be able to go over to the other side. Now it won't work on the slanted panels, but it should work. I should be able to hit project and then select this panel and then hit done. There we go. I like not doing extra work. I really do. Now, as far as symmetrical panels go, I think that depends on what you think of, like, what the use of your ship is. Like, are all of the panels going to be symmetrical, or are some of them going to be the result of damage that has occurred on the ship? And that's up to you, man. You're making this. This is yours. That reminds me, I need to make sure that the updated versions of my stuff on Cults 3D, which, by the way, if you're a 3D printer and you don't have a use for the stuff that we sell in our store, printedstarships.com, you can still find use for the stuff in our store. This is not going to work, I don't think, but we're going to try it by visiting our Cults page. Yeah, it's not the right angle. I don't know why that doesn't work, but it doesn't. It's okay. It's not going to break my heart that it doesn't work. Bring those to 0.3. That does not look like 0.3. Did we say 0.3? There we go. Maybe 0.4. Hey, gorgeous. Oh, she's not here. Okay. Okay. I think that's two. Hold on a second, guys. After that's been resolved, make that be one panel. Can add 3 circles here for some reason. Then we're going to add short ones, and then a long one, and a long one. Oh. Nope. Make my little noises. We go 0.4. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna end here. Make sure that. $25. 11. Okay. All right, so we are going to end this stream here. Thank you very much for watching. We did this in 2 hours. The only thing that we started with before we started sketching was we had 3 reference images that we hid pretty early on because we kept getting distracted by them. We will do the cargo container in another stream later. We will make sure to put this up on our cults page, and it'll make it to our Etsy store as soon as we have a chance to 3D print it. But until next time, thank you very much.